Cool. Hey guys, how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Thank you guys for being here. I'm really excited to have you both. I want to take a minute to kind of introduce everybody that's on the call today. So first, we have Phil Wiseman. He's the lead pastor of Table Church. I'm from Des Moines, Iowa. Phil, how long have you been the lead pastor there?
We launched in October of 2019.
Awesome. And then Daulton serves Table Church as your bookkeeper. And Daulton, where are you located and how long have you been on the team?
I am in sunny Phoenix, Arizona.
Jealous.
Here right now. Sorry. They're jealous. I've been with the team for a little over 2 years now.
Yeah, cool. from before we launched even.
Yeah. That's crazy to think that you guys have been working together that long.
He's the only bookkeeper I've ever known.
Oh, that's great. So at Stadia, one of our values is relationships. And so it's really cool that you guys have been able to work together as long as you have. And especially seeing, from pre-launch to launch and all the stuff that you're doing now. So Phil, one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you on here was that I've been hearing about some really cool stuff that your church has been doing and how God's been working through that. So I'd love to hear a little bit about that.
Sure. I'd love to share. So like I said, we launched in October of 2019 and our worship space, we rent a playhouse here in Des Moines. And it's been a wonderful venue for worship. And honestly, we're kind of a place where we're like, I'm not sure we could buy anything better than this. Like we're just going to stay here for the long haul. As long as they'll let us stay, we're going to keep worshiping here. But the problem is ministry is not just for an hour on Sunday. Ministry is the other 6 days of the week too. And we have a small little 1,000 square foot office that we've been renting. But, a number of things over the past year, as everyone knows, has been a tumultuous year. And, the pandemic has actually opened a lot of opportunities for us to bless and minister to our community. And one of the ways that we've been doing that is through academic support for elementary students. I'm sure it's similar where you all are. Like schools were, online for a long time, and here in Des Moines, there's thousands of kids that don't have access to internet, and just so many kids that were falling behind. And the school district was doing everything they could, but nothing's ever quite enough, particularly in these challenged neighborhoods and stuff. And so we started a tutoring program.
Wow.
And we've been kind of partnering with another church. They ended up closing their building, so we had to do it in our office, and that wasn't a very good solution. But anyway, out of all of this, we just started dreaming about what would it look like to have a space for ministry like the other 6 days of the week,
Mm.
And we found a building. It's right right across the street from the school that the kids go to. It's right in the heart of the city. And we thought, boy, that would be perfect, but it's too expensive. We're a brand new church plant, middle of a pandemic. What are we going to do? But I had my district superintendent come take a look at it, and he got pretty excited about it. He said, I'm going to make a few calls, and I'll spare you the details. But long story short, we ended up getting 2 offers of $100,000 matching grants. So 2 separate $100,000 matching grants, if we could also raise $100,000. So that would then total $300,000, and the purchase price was $295,000. So we would be able to pay cash for the building if we could raise this money, And we said, okay. I feel like God's opening a door for us, and we did it. And boy, we were just the outpouring of support. I could name 5 or 6 churches that gave, even here in the community, just churches coming around us, organizations, people that I haven't talked to since middle school, like so many people coming together to help us meet that $100,000 mark. And of course, our congregation stepped up and was really generous. And within a month, we had it raised. And so today, I was able to deliver the check, and we're closing on the building today.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. That's so cool. So cool.
Yeah. So we're going to use this space just to continue to work with students, and who knows what other sort of ways that we can bless the community out of it. It's a really well-positioned space for this sort of thing, and so we're looking forward to see where God leads us in.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. So that's just so cool. I love how you guys have been just running and things are, doors are opening. I think it's awesome. Daulton, you've gotten to kind of like have a front row seat to kind of all of this. Like, I guess like what has that been like for you as the bookkeeper? How's that been?
Yeah. Well, like we said, I've been with Table pretty much since the beginning. I mean, I remember you guys made the move from South Dakota, right, over to Des Moines, and we were just getting started. And we helped with the setup, the initial setup, all the financial processes that came with that, and made sure that those were in a good place. And we've been meeting regularly since then. I think it's always encouraging to hear the cool stories that you share, Phil, whether that's you've shared stories about baptisms before, about people visiting Table for the first time and ending up becoming Christians. I know you had a Thanksgiving give where you were giving away turkeys.
Yeah.
That was cool. Those stories are just encouraging for me. It makes me happy that I'm able to serve you with bookkeeping. I know bookkeeping isn't the largest part of the operations of a church, obviously, but it is very important. And I know that it helps you do what you do best, and that's serving the people in Des Moines. I think my favorite part, though, is the building story. Like, it's very, very evident that God was behind all this, considering how quickly you guys mobilize and how quickly everything, the support of it all with your whole congregation and other churches. It's been super, super cool to hear. So I'm glad you've been able to share your story here.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And I mean, I wouldn't minimize the role of bookkeeping at all, particularly for, I think I'm a decent pastor. I think I do okay at my job, but the money stuff, I mean, I might as well be in kindergarten here. Like,
Sure.
I might as well be 5 years old when it comes to bookkeeping. And Daulton's probably, I don't know. I'd probably give him a couple of early gray hairs a time or two. I don't know. But it's just been a tremendous blessing. The relationship's been phenomenal. And we're very grateful. So I've had to surround myself with people. I'm exaggerating, of course, but I've had to surround myself with people who know way more than me about this. And honestly, that's I think what like a church planner needs to be able to do, of course. So we're very thankful.
Yeah, that's great. So I'm going to flip the script on you, Phil, just for a minute.
Okay.
So obviously God's doing awesome things through your church and what you guys are doing out there. And I love that you guys are loving on kids, especially just in this season. What do you think would have been different if you didn't have the financial support that you guys have had?
Yeah, I mean, I would have had to figure out another option, right? It's clear that I wouldn't have been able to pull it together myself. And so I would have had to find people to do it. But basically, having the financial support has allowed me to dream, allowed us to just say, okay, we can just run this direction because we know that this end of things is going to be taken care of, right? We don't have to worry about that because we have capable people handling it. And that allows me to think big and to, not have to, say no to doors that God is opening and that sort of thing. And this is a big example. I mean, obviously this is a major financial commitment. But knowing that we're secure and taken care of and that we've got our ducks in a row and that sort of thing is really, really helpful.
That's so good. I love that you said it's allowed you to dream. Man, this has been awesome. Phil, thank you so much for hopping on here and sharing what's going on in your church. And I'm grateful for you, Daulton, and how you've been supporting them, and grateful for what you guys are doing in Iowa. And I really appreciate you guys both being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Cool. We'll see you guys later.
All right.
Bye.